Hey, you guys. Thanks for a nice regroup in PD Ed tonight with our travel class. And I wanted to show you what Jerry and I are having for dinner. And there was some discussion about the 50-50 PD plate. Marina and Christy are interested in jumping on board with the 50-50 plate to increase their protection on a protective diet. That's what the 50-50 plate is all about, is adding more fiber, adding more protective phytochemicals, and to fill us up on non-starch veggies as well. 50-50 on the plate is the goal. It can be fruit, it could be veg, along with your starch. And I want to remind you, I'm going to break this down for you and what we're having exactly on our 50-50 bowls here. Back in March of 2015, in lesson number 72, that's a great lesson to check out if you want to really get into the 50-50 plate practice. It's called the PD Practice Checkup from the Neck Up. And that's lesson number 72. And then also number 78 is the checkup follow-up visit from the 72 lesson, the practice. We have all the results of our 50-50 plate practice. That'll get you excited to incorporate those veggies and fruit on half your plate. And then also there is lesson number 142 from back in September 2016. Check that one out. That's a video coaching hour based on emotional eating and the 50-50 plate practice. And then also October 2015, lesson number 105 is commitment class kickoff, and it's a 50-50 plate challenge talking about 21 meals to mastery and the 30-day detox. So that'll help you out with the 50-50 plate practice. We've got a lot of lessons on those to get you motivated to adding more protective vegetables to your diet. Here are our 50-50 plates for tonight. I always do 50-50, pretty much either vegetable or fruit with my starch and a combination. Here is, I have, well, I should start where I show you where I started. I made Julie's beans in my Instant Pot, and then I transferred them over to this pot so that I could make some mix and mac for Jerry and for me. But tonight I was more interested in my homemade baked tortilla chips. We made these just before class. Jerry and I cranked out a double batch of corn tortillas and baked them into tostadas. We made
J&J Tortilla Factory.
That's right, J&J Tortilla Factory. Thanks, Jerry. We made 16 tortillas in 15 minutes. We've been doing this and practicing and getting our time quick speed. And then Jerry's 50-50 bowl is, there's shredded lettuce on the bottom. And what else did I put in there? Little red bell peppers that I diced, added to the shredded lettuce, and cilantro. And then I put his mac and cheese on top of the lettuce. And then I put Julie's beans on top of that. And we had pico de gallo left over from the other night. I'm always making pico when I get good tomatoes, and that makes everything better and more protective. That's part of your 50-50 veg part. And some cucumbers that I just sliced in half, added them to our bowls. And then we will top our bowls with our protective plant-based yogurt, of course, angiogenesis, more angiogenesis inhibitors, and I'll put a lot more yogurt on there than that. That's like our crema or sour cream. That's how we do it with the yogurt, and get that yogurt into every meal. And my 50-50 bowl is a little bit different because I'm going to go heavier on the chips rather than the pasta. If I have chips, I take chips over pasta every time, but I'll probably have a little scoop, a little spoonful of the pasta. But mine is more lettuce heavy because I love iceberg lettuce. I love romaine lettuce, which I haven't had in my stores for over a month now. Costco hasn't been carrying it by me in San Diego. I think it's something to do with the recall. These poor romaine farmers, it's a recall based on just being cautionary. No reports of E. coli have been found. So if I find romaine, I'm eating it because I know my healthy gut microbes can protect me against E. coli because I have a strong gut layer, a strong gut wall. Anyway, due to all the fiber that I eat and my healthy microbes making the short chain fatty acids, we went through this in all the lessons to keep viruses, bacteria from transferring, pathogens from transferring into our system from our mouth down through our intestines. We can protect ourselves that way. And I'm doing just that with these two bowls right here. But I have lettuce, Julie's beans on top, pico de gallo, and then I'm going to eat probably like eight of those. Now we day fast, so this is our whole meal. So if you break this down into 3 meals, if you're eating 3 meals a day or 2 meals a day, or meals and snacks, it's about the same. So then I'll top mine with the yogurt, and then on top of my bowls, I'm gonna add some ferments because they're so protective and delicious. And I have some green tomatoes that I fermented. I'm gonna add those to my bowls. Jerry loves those too. And we have ruby raw kraut for our sulforaphane, and the pico, of course, that's not fermented. And then fruit. So much of, well, all of this fruit actually was collected on our dog walks throughout our neighborhood, sidewalk, ground score as we call it. So this is an orange that someone picked off a tree and threw it, and because it was like next to the tree, so probably some kids picked it, but we're eating it. It's delicious. More plant fiber for a more diverse microbiome. And these are passion fruits. These are the end of the season passion fruit. We'll scoop those out with a spoon. And we have, actually, this golden kiwi came from Costco. It's the last one we have. And then these are Ojava, and these have these wonderful seeds inside, super fibrous, sweet, and floral in fragrance. And then I have broccoli and 1 corn on the cob that I cooked using my dry steaming kale method. And I put it in there for 2 minutes. I probably could have done 1 minute, but 2 minutes on quick release. And then I'm gonna top off my broccoli with some probiotic pepper sauce, some fermented hot sauce. And if Jerry is still hungry after eating all of this, which I'll probably wrap up this pasta for tomorrow, we have more fresh tortillas, because when I bake the fresh tortillas into the tostadas, I can only fit 12 of them on 2 sheet pans. So I have leftover tortillas. If we don't eat those, I'll make those into something for tomorrow. And what else do I have here? I have apple pie filling. This was a recipe a couple weeks ago. This is just the filling of an apple pie. It's made on the stovetop. If you haven't tried that during apple season, I highly recommend it. And we like this in a little bowl for dessert with some yogurt drizzled on top, and you could even sprinkle it with some toasted oats if you had room for that. So that is our 50-50 bowls on a protective diet. And if you watch my lessons, you'll see I'm always serving up a 50-50 plate. That's the way we do it. That's the way we get the protection into our protective diet. It's not just starch, but if you're just getting started, don't get overwhelmed by all this veg if you're not into it yet. It will come along as you populate your good guys, your healthy microbes. You are going to start to crave things as simple as a plate of fruit, broccoli and corn with some sauce. One of the great protective diet sauces. We have so many dips, sauces, and dressings on a protective diet. You will love simple foods as long as you can dress them up with what you see I'm doing here. This is a very simple meal. It looks very exciting because I had all of these yummy ferments and diced pico and everything already in my refrigerator door, and hot sauce, of course. I hope this helps you out and gets you excited about the protection on a protective diet. Take care, everyone. Do your best, and best of health.